What happened last night? I don't even know. Do you know?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Apparently today is it's Friday. Most importantly, it's a new day. The end of the week.
That's right. And the big one.
Yeah, it's January.
The big one is it's a brand new year. New year.
Ah, right. Yeah, I stopped paying attention to that stuff a long time ago. Anyway, we're back live. Well, it probably won't be live when you listen to it, but it's live now.
I had my doubts, but
Yeah, but this is the special new day, new extravaganza year thing. Usually we do this on Tuesdays, but I forgot it was Tuesday this week.
Yeah, today's Friday.
Yeah. So, I mean, how could I, it's just been confusing. There was Christmas. I thought Christmas was the end of the year, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, we have 1 week left.
Yeah, but I was like, Happy New Year, everybody! It's over. And they were like, No, you gotta wait. And I was like, what?
Better now. It's a good time to do a podcast.
Yeah, I skipped. So I just skipped Tuesday last week. I just forgot.
It's like skipping leg day.
Yeah. So, gotta take a break every now and then. Just knock Tuesday right out of the schedule every once in a while.
You gotta forget about Tuesday.
Wednesday. It's almost a weekend.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
So, obviously, we hit on all the hot topics. One thing people like to do when they start the big new year is get into some new time management habits.
Yep.
Yeah. Obviously, time management's a controversial topic. Scientists not 100% sure whether they can pull it off, but there's been a lot of hope with these movies and stuff from the 80s. What was that one with a kid hung out with that old science guy?
Oh, well, you mean Back to the Future? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But that's time management actually. That's time travel, more like. That's the thing that scientists have a hard time with. Yeah, time management.
The time, right? Because if you're in the 80s and you want to go back to the 50s, I mean, there's going to be some sort of some logistics that need to be handled, so you don't screw anything up.
Yeah.
Like when that kid almost made out with his mom.
He didn't almost, he did, but
He definitely did.
But we've all been there. So but really what we're talking about is time management, especially when we talk about the new year and resolutions and everything, is kind of getting your time better, like actually working on your time so that you're more efficient.
Traveling to the future.
Yeah, well, traveling to the future with the best possible way that you can. And time management is actually something that is very near and dear to me. I used to be kind of a scattershot individual, but then I took some courses on time management and I learned how to focus on what was important and push to the side the stuff that wasn't.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
So, is there some sort of correlation in the weather sciences? I'm not tracking you.
The Brett
Into the future
Experience. Featuring.
Well, you can't use weather to get into the future, but time management.
Apparently, there's a show out there on the old interwebs. They call it The Experienced.
Yeah, pretty much we have a little crystal ball that we use, but
you better believe it. But it actually gets worse.
St. Louis
As things do.
Yeah.
So
I was on here for
this
3.5 years.
Complete imbecile. He calls himself.
Move on and try something different.
Calls himself.
I did go to college, to
That's
get
a
all
bit on the nose.
Local, and I ended up getting a degree, but then I moved on
the nose.
And tried
He's got his whole head
career.
up his ass.
Surfing.
There's no way
and I've been a prison
he actually
warden,
exists.
It's
got to be a troll,
for 2 years.
He's a literal man-child.
A real estate salesperson. So
just like
I wouldn't say so. He's a creep, He's a dangerous lunatic. They'll toss him in the nut house and throw away the squirrels. You know what I mean?
John Belair's?
Yeah.
Met him at a conference. He was kind of a dick.
Yeah, he was famous or something. He got molested by a bunch of Russian tourists or something like that.
Well,
we're trying to talk about time management, not the.
We got to manage our time more efficiently and not talk about.
Not the lucrative lifestyles of those involved with predicting the future.
Yeah, exactly. But when I was in school, one of the things about time management is I had to effectively balance schoolwork And at the time, I also had a part-time job as a railway conductor, and I kind of had to manage those two things a little bit differently. So some days I'd have to focus on one, some days I'd have to focus on the other, but I had to manage my time efficiently, or I would have never passed.
So you were part-time surfer, full-time steam engineer.
No, not during college. That was after.
Oh. Yeah. There's a lot of time to manage.
Yeah, exactly. It was tough.
I didn't know what time it is.
It doesn't matter what time it is.
Whatever time you want it to be. It's free country.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many time zones. It could be any time.
It could be 5:30. It could be 5:37.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work like that exactly, but I get the spirit with what you have. So yeah, it can be a different time wherever you're staying on the earth.
It's 6:15 somewhere.
Yeah, well, fine, yeah. So let me give you an example of what time management is. Like, let's say Trent, that I know that you have a job. So where do you usually work? What would you say is your biggest facet of your job? Well, first tell the people what you do, and then tell us what the biggest facet of your job is.
Well, most of my day consists of driving around, trying to find, things that I don't think people want anymore sitting out front of their houses. And then, I'll round them up. Yeah. And then I'll list them on the old marketplace the next day and see if I can't spin a quick buck.
All right, so we'll just say that you're in trade. That's what you do. You're a trader.
Right.
Now, let's say that you see a beautiful, ornate statue sitting in front of somebody's house, and you know that to move it into your car or your truck, it's probably going to take you a couple hours to move in there. And now also, let's say that you have maybe 3 or 4 smaller things that you can probably fit in your truck in the same time frame. What do you think would be the most efficient way to get all the things back to your home in the best way? Would you start with the little stuff? Would you start with the big stuff? Like, these are the questions you have to ask if you want to do time management.
But, a truck would be nice for starters.
Oh, you don't have a truck? What do you got?
It's just a scooter.
Oh, well, that could pose a little bit of a... Oh. Okay, I can see that definitely would pose a challenge.
I'll get that ornate statue home. It's going to be a couple of trips.
Okay. So you have to do a piecemeal, piece by piece, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll pack it into as many pieces as I possibly can, and then I'll put it into a more toteable size box.
Okay.
And I'll take a couple of trips back and forth.
That's fine, yeah.
No, I still
That's actually a very good way to think about time management. You're doing the best way for you to reach your desired result in the least amount of time possible.
So I just knock it over with a hammer, and then I take whatever I can, and I just put it on the internet and be like, hey,
I got a box of gravel, basically.
I'll say, free to a good home, and then I'll say, message me for a price.
Oh, yeah, that's probably confusing. Do people, do you get a lot of sales this way? Like, are you good at this?
I mean, it's in the early stages of development. I mean, we ran into some, unforeseeable roadblocks.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every job has its stumbling blocks.
I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. You got to take the risks.
Do you like this? And this is a tough job for you. You can't get a business loan to run. So
I tried to get one of those PlayStation 5s. I got caught on the back of the truck. And they're like, "Beat it, kid."
Well,
I had to run off.
Well, yeah, that's. I think we're getting a little off topic here.
I'm not even sure there was PlayStations on the truck, but once the guy started yelling at me, I was certain of it.
You just assumed that, how bees guard their honey. This guy was probably guarding something equally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that was the hot present in demand this year, and there was a truck and a guy looking all like he was up to something.
Shady. He was a shady guy.
He was. He was parked under a tree. I was like, that's a real shady individual over there. I bet he's got some of those innocent PlayStations.
That's a clever joke. I like that joke.
Which one?
the joke, the shady. That was a joke, right?
I mean, he was really fucked it. Saying he looked weird. He creeped me out. You were like, yeah, it was shady, and I was like, well, he was taking advantage of the tree cover.
I think I misinterpreted, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah,
I snuck up. Tried to be as quiet as possible because he was napping. I didn't want to.
Oh, he was napping. Oh, how'd you get caught then?
Well, I went up to the back of the truck, and it was locked, so I just started yanking on it and shaking it as hard as I could.
Oh.
He wouldn't budge, and he was like, what the hell is going on back there? And I was like, and I ran off.
And you ran off. Okay,
He's
so
like, kid.
that must have been a very difficult situation then.
Yeah, I would have bought it.
Yeah, you almost got a PlayStation 5 out of it. So, like you said, sometimes you got to take risks.
I would have paid whatever he was asking.
Well, why don't you just go buy one then?
You're trying to get a hold of them. They're not available in stores. They're not available in this country, I think.
Well, we are drifting a little bit further away.
I was trying to, see, that was an example of me, time management in action, because I was like, man, a lot of these PlayStations are, they don't last very long, so I got to manage the time that it's available. So I was like, they're on that truck, probably, I don't know, but if they were, who's going to know? So, take advantage of the time and the opportunity.
That's
you just go for it, right? And then sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Most of the time you miss, but
sometimes you miss. But the big part about time management is kind of what you were hitting on, which is planning. Are you a good planner? Do you do lots of, are you a planning type person?
Yeah, I'm not at all.
You're not a planner?
Not at all. Make a plan for anything. I just wake up and I'm like, hey, what's going to happen today? And I just kind of see what happens.
You barrel forth into your day.
I just plow through it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
like it's lunchtime. I'm like, what? Since when?
Since now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what time it is. I told you that stop paying attention to time long ago.
Well, you know what Chicago says.
Is that like the Chicago Bulls?
No, the group. The singing group.
Is that the singing group?
No, there was another group.
Globetrotters?
No, they don't sing either. No, it's just it was a group called Chicago. They sang, does anybody really know what time it is?
No. Name yourself after a city.
I mean, Boston did it.
Who?
Boston, the group Boston.
The city?
No, not the city. There's a group called Boston.
Jesus. This is like one for every city. Like, no originality. You're just like, what should we call ourselves? And I was like, Croydon.
No. We don't.
That's a nonsense word to call something.
No. Like this was. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They were just group from the '70s, and it just happened. But anyway,
they did that song "Time."
No, that was Pink Floyd.
Not relevant.
Well, no, that was the group.
What did they say?
They said, well, they sang Time. Every day it's getting shorter. Time the song.
Yeah.
Okay, good. At least we have a foundation.
That was the only song I was allowed to listen to when I was a teenager.
That was the only song you were allowed to listen to, just Time?
Yep.
That must have been sad, just kind of a constant reminder that time is slipping away from you.
That's why I stopped believing in it.
You don't believe in time?
Yeah. It's a construct. It was invented by the government to make you follow their rules and be where they want you to be when they want you to be there. I say, what time is it now? 6:15. I say it's 25:39.
Yeah, in a way I can kind of understand where you're getting at, but we do try to stick to a schedule so that it's more convenient. We're managing time so that everybody can kind of benefit from that. As long as society all agrees what time it is, we can all. It's complicated. We're not going to get into daylight savings.
You can't just shout and say, "Come over here." Then I don't understand what I got to do waiting around for.
Yeah. Well,
I'm already here. I wake up in the afternoon most days. Most days
you wake up in the afternoon, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes I don't wake up at all.
Yeah, well, those are some dangerous. Well, as long as you wake up at some point, because otherwise, you're dead.
Then it's up.
Yeah, well, we are. But it's a new year. It's a new us. We don't have to worry about all that dead inside stuff. We can,
Yeah, it's all over. That's the breaking news this week, folks. COVID-19, thing of the past.
Well,
I thought it was going to be over after the 19, like it was 20, and they were calling it COVID-19. I'm like, well, it sounds like it's already over. But now that it's 21, I guess it takes 2 years to get over it or whatever. But everybody was excited last night at the fireworks, and they were like, yeah, goodbye, coronavirus, see you in the past.
well, there's still coronavirus. That hasn't gone away.
Excited.
They were excited because 2020 was over. It's a new year. We can do different things.
But today, it's exactly like yesterday.
Well, yeah, really the new year is just an excuse to try to do something different, an excuse to say, all right, this is a new year, we can try to live our lives better, we can make resolutions, New Year's resolutions, if you've ever heard of those.
Yeah, revolutions. It's like how many times something goes around?
No, resolutions, it's like something that you want to get done, like something to make yourself better, like, for instance, you can have a New Year's resolution.
Resolve.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna quit
revolve.
Yeah, kind of like I'm gonna quit smoking. That would be a resolution.
Good for you.
No, I don't smoke. I'm just saying that's an example.
You should start smoking.
Well, no, that's not. That would be a terrible.
Enjoy the finer things in life. It's time that I start doing things for me.
No, that's not like maybe I'm going to join a gym. That's a good resolution. Like I'm losing
You're a
weight.
smoker.
Well, no, I'm not a smoker. I'm not doing that. I'm not starting to smoke. Like just forget about the smoking aspect of it.
Those are two very different sides of the spectrum there. I mean,
It's
going to be conflicting resolutions. Just saying.
All right. Well, let's just move back. Like, is there something about yourself that you want to change for the better? That's for resolutions. Like, do you have a resolution? Is there something you want to change about yourself for the better?
I don't have a middle name, and I've always wanted.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting resolution. What kind of middle name would you like to have?
Just thinking maybe like a color or something. I'm just kind of at a loss. What do people usually pick for a middle name?
Well, usually the parents pick the middle name, but
That explains it.
yeah. So like my middle name is actually Barnaby, and I don't like to go by it.
Is that a color?
No, that's the thing. Barnaby's not a color. But what color would you like to have as your middle name? Like what goes with Trent?
Maybe like indigo.
Indigo. That's
like purple or something, right?
Yeah. Not a lot of people have that. That's not a bad one. So is that it? That you're going to commit to that? That's going to be your middle name from now on?
We're talking about time management. I got to put a lot of time into thinking. I can't just settle on indigo.
Okay, that's
I might
fair.
not even want a color. I don't know. There's so many possibilities.
Oh.
Sometimes people have their grandfather's first name as their middle name.
All right, and what's your grandfather's first name? Maybe that might kickstart. Maybe that's something you might want to have for your middle name.
Johnsonville.
That's kind of a weird one.
That's a middle name. I thought it was their first name.
So we don't have to worry about that. That's not. I'm sure you'll think of something to do for your middle name. I think that and if
That's my resolution for sure. That's to finally settle on a middle name.
All right. That's a good
Or
one.
at least the middle initial for starters.
So next year, when we do this again, I'm going to say, hey, Trent, did you settle on a middle name? You're going to say, yes, I did. My name is Trent, blah, 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 blah. Right?
Not that. That's different.
Well, no, that's not. I was just giving an example of how you would say that.
Ah, okay. That's not how I would say it.
No, that's some people. No, I know that's not how you would say it. That's fine. Okay, your name.
It's not a color. I mean, it was my grandmother's middle name.
Okay, so blah 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 is out of the picture.
Yeah, it's too feminine.
Yeah, that's fair. So, okay, we'll put a pin in this.
Yeah, we'll get back. Maybe next week we'll do an episode on matronage and maiden names and maiden voyages. I don't know. But the point here is managing the time. Because, time is limited. We don't have a lot left. Well, some of us have a lot left. Some of us have only a little bit left, and some of us have no idea.
And the problem is nobody really knows how much time we got left, right?
I could get hit by a train right now, as we speak.
Yeah, well, not where you are, but
Absolutely.
Where are you recording from?
It's not. I mean, I don't want to get into it.
Are you recording at a train station again?
Not officially. But look, it's risks that need to be taken.
Yeah,
I like the acoustics.
well, just don't get caught like you did last time. I don't want to have to bail you out again.
No, I always. That's why I wear a fake mustache most of the time.
It doesn't matter if you're wearing a fake mustache. If you're still doing it, they're going to catch you if you're wearing a mustache or not.
Yeah, because then they'll be like, oh, police bulletin suspect mustache, and then I'll just
Then
take
you
it
get the
off.
mustache off.
Yeah, and then they're like, that's not him.
Yeah, they're confused. They walk right by it. Like, is it the guy with all that recording equipment? And you'll say, no, he doesn't have a mustache.
Yeah, it's like, guess who?
Yeah. Like,
It's like,
yeah,
did the suspect have glasses?
Yes. And then they just
And
start.
then they just shove over all the people who did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how they do it. Yeah, they raid the subway, and then they're like, did the suspect have glasses? As one cop yells from the time card, or whatever, and then the other cop's like, no! And then they just push over all the people who were wearing glasses so that they could eliminate. And that's how
So they got a big row of them. Yeah.
And then they'll be like, take the mustache, and like, yes.
And then they'll push you over because you're not wearing the
And
mustache.
they'll shove me down, and then I'm
Then you're a free man.
in the clear.
That's what. Now that's planning ahead. That's thinking smart. That's time management right there.
Well, there was a lot of sketchy situations.
Yeah, he's been in this all before.
It wasn't a whole lot of planning. It was just a matter of surviving.
Yeah, sometimes you always got to carry a mustache with you. That's business 101.
I mean, people take you seriously when you have a mustache. Like, just a mustache, right? I mean, it's like, it says a lot about you. Yeah? I would shave all of this stuff off my face, but not this part right here.
So you just got the mustache and no beard, nothing else. No facial hair whatsoever.
And then, because then the fake mustache, they're like, oh, that's a guy with facial hair. Take off the mustache, clean shaven.
Now you're suspicious.
Yeah. And that is a guy with no facial hair.
You can't trust a guy with no facial hair, right?
I think you can.
Oh, I don't know. I don't get it, but that's just me.
Depends on how much facial hair. I mean, if it's like all weird, like all over the forehead and stuff, I'd be like, whoa, this guy is
Someone had
wrong.
Someone had facial hair on their forehead. That's not a person. That's a werewolf.
Gorilla.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've made that mistake too many times. You think you're talking to a person,
and you talk to a gorilla.
you've never.
No, I don't go to the zoo that often.
The zoo's practically in my backyard.
Well, yeah,
practically in the zoo.
everything's
Yeah.
police station. Yeah, exactly. So again, we're as always. I think we're getting a little bit off.
I think we're managing the time, though.
Well, I guess so. I guess if we want to, if we're talking about
What those metro lessons, like it's happening while it's happening. Like yo, dog, I heard you like Facebook, so I put a Facebook in your Facebook. Metro,
yeah,
like topical.
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
Is that not the word?
No, but that's all right. It's fine. The only metro I know is the metronome, so
Ah, that's a good one.
yeah,
Isn't
that keeps time.
the gnome? It was metro. I knew that.
No, you didn't. You knew a metronome.
Yeah, it was metrosexual.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was that's a reference right there. But no, a metronome keeps time. If you're playing an instrument,
Right, yeah, he keeps the time. He stands at the bottom of that bridge and he's like, hey, you
No.
have to give me 15 minutes or else you can't cross.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm
He's
talking
wearing
about-
a dress.
No, not that kind of metronome.
He has
No.
like a kind of like a list.
No, I think you and I have different you run into some very different characters than I do there, Trent. But you know what? It's all right. It's where we all are.
Depends on which bridges you cross, I guess.
Exactly. Or if yeah.
You ever read that Bridge to Terabithia?
I did actually. I read it in school. I loved it.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
His girlfriend and got away with it.
He didn't murder her. She just died. She just died of her own.
Yeah, so that you're convinced as well. Not all Trent. I get pegged from the beginning.
So the kid's a murderer in your mind, even though.
Yeah, I knew it because they said the B word in like the first chapter.
You know what? I'll have to reread that book. I don't know enough about that. Like, I'll have to reread it and see if maybe there's some clues they dropped along the way.
You'd be surprised.
I know.
On the loose.
Yeah.
Where's that documentary, HBO Max?
So you want to see a How to Make a Murder or one of those?
I want the Snyder cut of Bridge to Terabithia.
The true crime version, right?
Yes.
This could actually be considered our first true crime podcast if we're talking about the murder of the Bridge to Terabithia. You know what?
We might need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, people it sounds like you already have gotten to the bottom of it.
Right, but I mean, who's going to believe me? I've been shouting from the subway.
Yeah, well, that's not a good way to go about it because people
on the internet, nobody will trust it.
People are probably confused already for shouting at the subway, and B, they are fictional characters.
Look at that cardboard sign with red paint.
Yeah, that's probably scaring more people than you think.
So the end is near, but I'm talking about the end of the book.
At the end of the book, yeah.
The end of the book is near.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get exactly what you're going with. That is one way to do it, though. I don't know if it's the most efficient.
Because I don't know if they're reading it. So it's or if they've already read it. It would really work for somebody who's almost finished the book.
Exactly. You need to broaden your scope a little. Maybe go into. I know the internet is the place for a lot of dissenting opinions, and maybe you can build some steam with it. Or maybe you're doing it right now with this podcast.
Maybe people will start asking the right questions about what happened to Leslie Burke.
I say justice for Leslie.
Justice for Leslie. Hashtag him too.
Yeah, maybe we should do something with the hashtag.
Maybe him too. He was a murderer.
Yeah, I know, but maybe hashtag Bridge to Terabithia is fine. That's a good hashtag.
I will start there.
A bridge too far.
Oh.
That's gonna be our next podcast.
River runs through it.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
Over troubled water. Ooh.
Yeah. Or Leslie didn't die by an accident; she was actually murdered by her childhood friend. That's a good one too. Not as concise, but it's a good one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's time to start managing some things.
Like time.
And management.
And managing management. Yep, I agree.
It's management time.
Who manages the time, really?
Isn't that Jesus?
Yeah, he didn't. I don't know if he did. I don't know if that was his thing, really.
Who was in charge of who was the clock keeper?
Well, it wasn't Jesus. I don't think Jesus did clock stuff.
He was here.
Jesus showed up to your place.
I mean, he did, but I was talking more broad scale. Jesus couldn't have kept time because he was a part of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
But he was here.
Was he here? It was a while ago.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, he owns a landscaping firm down the corner. Comes out and checks on the horticulture.
That's Jesus. I know who you mean. He's a buddy of mine. It's Jesus. It's a different guy.
He's not the son of God.
I don't think he is. I don't know him well enough. Yeah. Jesus he's a nice guy. You gotta get to know him, but he is not the son of God. As far as I know.
Thousands of dollars a month.
You should stop paying him that because all he does is really he came to trim my hedges one time and he was very reasonable.
Joke's on him. Money in the account that I wrote the checks from.
Oh.
And honestly, I was nervous because I was like, man, once Jesus finds out that I'm doing this,
well, now you don't have to worry about
now that it's just he's just a gardener.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's absolutely.
Now I kind of wonder why he still keeps stopping by.
Maybe he likes you. Maybe he likes the
He
ambiance.
just wants the company. Maybe he likes that I think that he's the son of God.
Yeah, I mean, do you praise him and kiss his feet?
Just right on the mouth.
Oh. You know what? Maybe he likes that too. Maybe that's why he keeps coming back.
He didn't seem to like it, but I mean, hey, maybe he doesn't want to let on too much, you know. Play hard to get.
Some people play hard to get, and that's fine.
By the time to cut him off, now that he's not my ticket into the heavenly gates.
Yeah, you should probably
wasted a lot of mouth kisses on that fella.
Yeah, maybe you should move on to something more stable, like a church, or I don't know.
Churches are stable.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like a horse stable. I mean like, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, they probably got like a nice place for me to stay. Wood door. This church stable.
Yeah, no.
And I can just like sit there and be like, hey, here's what I did wrong, Dad.
That's, that is a little bit different. That's like the confessional. Those people go in there to
church stables.
You know what? Fine. Yeah, that's what they are. They're church stables.
Yeah. And then he'd be like, yay or nay, and I'll be like, nay.
Because you're a horse.
No. It's a church stable, right?
No, I thought you were just saying. I thought you were saying a joke like.
Because he would say yay or nay because he wanted me to like, I don't know.
I get that. I thought you were just telling a joke that you were the horse because you were in a stable and you were going nay.
No, that would have been a good joke.
Yeah.
Should have went for it.
You should. Well, you did.
Hey, that's why we pay you the big bucks. Chat dashing, everyone.
There's no money in the account in the checks you've been sending me, so.
It's because it's from the same account.
I figured. I had a hunch. See, now it's all making sense. I'm glad I brought up.
I was trying to turn it legitimate. I mean, I was banking a lot on him being the son of God.
Well, yeah. No, that's an honest mistake.
And the fact that it was working.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was here like clockwork every Tuesday at 10:50 and Thursday at 11:40.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you kept on kissing and writing him checks, maybe that's fine.
He might have just been looking for somebody to manage his time with.
Yeah, and on that note, time management.
Yeah, it's important to manage the time because time is going to manage us all if we don't manage to time the management properly.
I could not say it better myself.
So, I hear the train a coming, as they say. So,
yep,
time to get off the rails and run for the hills and head into the newest of years and.
Yep.
Just try and travel through time as manageably as possible.
Yes, exactly. Push forward to the year 2021.
I got my eyes on 2023 at this point.
Yeah, well, that's coming, so eventually it'll be here.
It's coming next week for me. Hallelujah.
Oh, good luck to you there, Trent.
All right, we'll see you folks next time on The Experienced.
All right, take it easy. Thanks
a little D at the you interrupted me. I was trying to do a little D at the end thing because I'm not good at this comedy stuff. But
it's fine. It's fine.
The Experienced, everyone.
So long.
A little D at the end.
Oh, sorry, I did it again.
No, you did. I got it at the end. All right, we'll let it out.
It's fine. Yeah, we'll get it.
What happened last night? I don't even know. Do you know?
I have no clue.
Yeah. Apparently today is it's Friday. Most importantly, it's a new day. The end of the week.
That's right. And the big one.
Yeah, it's January.
Yeah, the big one is it's a brand new year.
Right. Yeah, I stopped paying attention to that stuff a long time ago. Anyway, we're back live. Well, it probably won't be live when you listen to it, but it's live now.
I had my doubts, but you know.
Yeah. But this is the special new day